65 people in Kallakurichi. This is not the first time. It happens again and again. It's very clear, and although I do not have names, but it's very clear that it's a very unholy nexus between politicians and those who are in power, because they run a lot of illegal bars, and those who actually make this illicit liquor, those who supply methanol, the poison which kills so many people. You can amend as many laws. It's like any other law which acts as a deterrent. But unless this unholy nexus goes away, you think this will really act? Will this be effective? Brinda Dige.
You're absolutely right, Sudha. We know that there are laws that get enacted time and again, and many times very stringent laws. But until and unless the duty bearers are serious about executing and exercising and enforcing these laws correctly, the laws don't really hold any water. Like you mentioned, the nexus between politicians, probably some business people also, the police is very, very strong. It is not that these people are brewing all of this in isolation somewhere where nobody can find out something that is happening. These things are happening. And like you also mentioned, many of the bars are owned, or the investment is there from politicians. And that is why something like this gets sold in those places and lives are gone. Now, having a stringent law like this, and I would also like to add the TASMAC. Why is it so expensive? You know that there are people addicted. Why is the cost of a quarter bottle of whatever liquor so very expensive? So excise duty is the highest we know across India. But this is also something where systematically the government ensured that all of this money comes to them and nobody else gets any part of it. But the powerful continue to keep getting. Exiling somebody because they have been given bail or they've come out after serving their term. Which world, which land are we living in?
I know, La La Land.
You're not. We are not living under anybody's rule for you to exile us anywhere.
Yeah.
We are all citizens of this nation. Yes, a punishment may be given and served, but that's it. We come back into mainstream society. We come back to our families. Who is anybody, especially the elected representatives and duty bearers, to whom we pay our taxes, to exile a citizen? Absolutely unacceptable. This is not feudal land.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's an eyewash, because this has been going on. Prohibition, no prohibition. I have nothing to say on prohibition. Like Mr. Annamalai said, that why don't you give it to private players? Now, this is the BJP, Brinda Adige. Let me tell you, in its manifesto in Tamil Nadu, they spoke about prohibition. Today, Mr. Annamalai, after understanding that it brings big bucks, says that give it to private players. So, a lot of hypocrisy there. But I also want to tell you that there are provisions in this law which makes it a non-bailable offence. You see the kind of lawlessness which is there in Tamil Nadu. You know about the Armstrong murder, public hacking of a BSP leader, someone who has a lot of social agency. When you make an offence non-bailable, it can be misused. No, you must have dealt with a lot of cases. Don't you think that the powers there are within, they will just misuse it?
Absolutely. Somebody brewing and somebody making a choice to go and drink something like that, and probably, of course, facing consequences, even death. Now, how can you say that something is non-bailable? Why would you want that only the people, the last small fry who will get caught, to go to court to ask for a bail? When all your other atrocities against SCST, how many people have they booked anytime? Atrocities against women on rape, sexual assault. How often have the police done their job? And all of these are very, very serious offenses. Having for brewing liquor non-bailable is unacceptable, because we know, again, that this much of power with the police is not acceptable in mother of democracies. You cannot have a law that is so stringent that you are going to now create the fear of God in them. It doesn't happen. Go and break the nexus. We want to tell the Tamil Nadu government, go break the nexus of the powerful, because they always get away. They never come in front of any court, in front of any police, or even bear the consequences of the laws that they formulate.